All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Anuja Kumar and with me is VC Pramod. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to dedicate 75 digital banking units to the nation through video conferencing today. PM calls upon scientific community to come up with technological solutions to increase nutritional content in cereals and new varieties of millets. Madhya Pradesh to become the first state to impart medical education in Hindi. Home Minister Amit Shah to release Hindi study material in Bhopal this afternoon. India and Egypt discuss regional developments, exchange views on the Ukraine conflict and the Indo-Pacific. Commission for Air Quality Management directs 491 defaulter units in NCR and adjoining areas to close. A coal mine explosion claims 41 lives in northern Bharat province of Turkey. In ISSF World Championship, India clinched 3 gold medals in Cairo. And in cricket, India lifts 7th Women's T20 Asia Cup, defeating Sri Lanka by 8 wickets in Bangladesh. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate 75 digital banking units or DBUs to the nation through video conferencing today. He will also address the gathering on the occasion. In her budget speech this year, the Finance Minister had announced the setting up of 75 DBUs in 75 districts to celebrate 75 years of independence. The units are being set up with an objective to ensure that benefits of digital banking reach every nook and corner of the country. Our correspondent reports that 11 public sector banks, 12 private sector banks and 1 small finance bank are participating in the endeavour. A report.
Digital banking units, DBUs, will be physical outlets which will provide a variety of digital banking facilities to people such as opening of saving account, balance check, print passbook, transfer of funds, investment in fixed deposits, loan applications, stop payment instruction for checks issued, apply for credit and debit cards, view statement of account, pay taxes, pay bills, make nomination, etc. DBUs will enable customers to have cost-effective, convenient access and enhanced digital experience of banking products and services all round the year. They will spread digital financial literacy and special emphasis will be given to customer education on cyber security awareness and safeguards. Also, there shall be adequate digital mechanisms to offer real-time assistance and redress customer grievances arising from business and services offered by the DBUs directly or through business facilitators or correspondents. Anupam Mishra, AR News, Delhi.
The Prime Minister has called upon the scientific community to come up with technological solutions to increase protein content in cereals and new varieties of millets to improve the yield and also the nutritional content. He also asked the scientific community to develop technologies not just for India but for the world and pursue novel approaches for addressing energy needs, focusing on green energy. Mr. Modi said this while chairing the meeting of Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR Society, in New Delhi yesterday. The Prime Minister, who is the President of CSIR, appreciated the efforts of the Council in the past 80 years and urged to develop vision for 2042 when CSIR turns 100 years old. He emphasized that for technology to reach the common man, an integrated approach of scientific, commercial and social components must be pursued. Mr. Modi asked the leaders of the scientific community to adopt a one-person, one-lab approach to help boost a scientific research and development through such a focused approach. He also suggested that a virtual summit of all labs can be held regularly in which they can learn new things from each other's experience. Science and Technology Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh and Minister of Commerce and Industry Piyush Goyal were also present in the meeting, including eminent scientists, industrialists and secretaries of the science and other ministries.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate PM Kisan Samman Sammelan 2022 tomorrow at Indian Agriculture Research Institute, Pusa in New Delhi. More than 13,000 farmers and around 1,500 agri-startups will participate in the conference from across the country. More than 1 crore farmers from various institutions will attend the event virtually. Agriculture and Farmers Welfare Minister Narendra Singh Tomar has informed that the Prime Minister will release 16,000 crore rupees under the PM Kisan Flagship scheme as the 12th installment during the conference.
17 और 18 अक्टूबर को कृषि मंत्रालय 2 दिवसीय कार्यक्रम आयोजित कर रहा है। 17 अक्टूबर को प्रधानमंत्री जी किसान सम्मान निधि योजना के अंतर्गत 16,000 करोड़ रुपए की राशि किसानों के खातों में अंतरित करेंगे। स्टार्टअप कॉन्क्लेव का शुभारंभ भी माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के कर कमलों से होगा।
Mr. Tomar informed the Prime Minister will also inaugurate the Agri-Startup Conclave and Exhibition and 600 PM Kisan Samriddhi Kendras PMKSK of the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers.
उर्वरक मंत्रालय के माध्यम से भी एक बहुत महत्वाकांक्षी कार्यक्रम एक राष्ट्र एक उर्वरक शुरू किया जा रहा है। फर्टिलाइजर मिनिस्ट्री के इस महत्वपूर्ण कार्यक्रम से जहां एक और किसानों को सुविधा बढ़ेगी, वहीं कामकाज में ट्रांसपेरेंसी भी आएगी और एक रूपता भी बढ़ेगी।
Home Minister Amit Shah will inaugurate the study of medical science in Hindi in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh today. Hindi books of MBBS first year will be released on the occasion. Conferences based on the use of Hindi will be organized in all districts of the state. During this, seminars and other activities will be held in educational institutions. In the evening, earthen lamps symbolizing the light of knowledge in Hindi will be lit at prominent places in all districts, including state capital Bhopal. Our correspondent reports that Mr. Shah will also lay the foundation stone for the Gwalior airport.
Madhya Pradesh is becoming the first state in the country to provide medical and engineering education in Hindi medium. This work is on the line of the implementation of the resolution of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, under which he has emphasized on the use of mother tongue from primary education to higher education.
जिस भी भाषा में बच्चा आसानी से सीख सके, चीजें लर्न कर सके, वही भाषा पढ़ाई की भाषा होगी। इसका सबसे बड़ा लाभ देश के गरीब वर्ग, गांव कस्बों में रहने वाले मध्यम वर्ग के स्टूडेंट्स को, दलित, पिछड़े और आदिवासी भाई बहनों को, इन्हीं परिवारों से आने वाले बच्चों को लैंग्वेज डिवाइड का सामना करना पड़ता है।
Conferences based on use of Hindi will be organized in all the districts of MP today. During this, seminars and other activities will be held in educational institutions. While in the evening, earthen lamps symbolizing the light of knowledge in Hindi will be lit at prominent places in all the districts including Bhopal. The main program will also be telecast live in all educational institutions on Sunday. Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar yesterday met and interacted with the Indian community in Egypt. He thanked them for advancing the national interests and shaping the image of India in the region. The minister apprised them about the advances in the traditionally strong ties and new opportunities in trade and investments, connectivity, education, health and many other domains. He also spoke on the transformational changes underway in India, where aspirations are becoming achievable rights. Earlier, Dr. Jaishankar met his Egyptian counterpart, Sameh Shoukry, in Cairo. The two leaders discussed regional developments and exchanged views on the Ukraine conflict and the Indo-Pacific. Dr. Jaishankar was on a 2-day visit to the country at the invitation of Mr. Shoukry. Addressing a joint news conference with his Egyptian counterpart, Dr. Jaishankar said India and Egypt have stepped up defense and security cooperation and will explore opportunities in renewable energy, trade, tourism and connectivity. Dr. Jaishankar said bilateral trade had recorded the highest ever figure of $7.2 billion last year.
Commerce and Industry Minister Piyush Goyal has asserted that consistent efforts must be made to bring India among the top 10 countries in the Global Innovation Index. Addressing the National Intellectual Property Conference and Awards function in New Delhi yesterday, the minister said India has jumped to the 40th rank in the Global Innovation Index from the 81st position in 7 years.
The 5th Assembly of International Solar Alliance will be held in New Delhi from tomorrow till the 20th of October under India's presidency. Participants from 109 countries will share their experiences towards a low-carbon economy through promotion of solar energy. The Assembly is the apex decision-making body of International Solar Alliance, or ISA, and makes decisions concerning the implementation of the ISA's Framework Agreement. It meets annually at the ministerial level at the ISA's seat. The News Services Division of All India Radio will bring an exclusive interview with the Director General of International Solar Alliance, Dr. Ajay Mathur, in the program Spotlight tonight. Dr. Mathur outlined the priorities and focus areas of the forthcoming global meet. He said one of the key focus area of the meet is streamlining the solar sector investments into the countries where investments are not flowing at present. He said the Assembly will also deliberate on to create a risk mitigation facility for solar projects with payment guarantee mechanism.
We will take forward a proposal to create risk management facility, which will comprise of a payment guarantee mechanism, which means that if the country is unable to pay, this would be the payer of last resort. This would hopefully create the confidence for the private sector investors around the world to invest in solar in those countries where the payment guarantee mechanism has been done. The second big thing that we want to do at this assembly is what we call as the solar exchange. This is a way to create entrepreneurs, particularly in Africa, but then in other countries as well.
Dr. Mathur spoke about the ramifications of One Sun, One World, One Grid initiative. He also highlighted the benefits of solar mini-grids. You can listen to the full interview on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:15 p.m. onwards tonight. This interview will also be available on our YouTube channel, News on AIR Official, and our website, newsonair.nic.in.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to dedicate 75 digital banking units to the nation through video conferencing today. PM calls upon scientific community to come up with technological solutions to increase nutritional content in cereals and new varieties of millets. Madhya Pradesh to become the first state to impart medical education in Hindi. Home Minister Amit Shah to release Hindi study material in Bhopal this afternoon. India and Egypt discuss regional developments, exchange views on the Ukraine conflict and the Indo-Pacific. Commission for Air Quality Management directs 491 defaulter units in NCR and adjoining areas to close. A coal mine explosion claims 41 lives in northern Batin province of Turkey. In ISSF World Championship, India clinched 3 gold medals in Cairo. And in cricket, India lifts 7th Women's T20 Asia Cup, defeating Sri Lanka by 8 wickets in Bangladesh. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts.
अपने बिजनेस को बढ़ाने के लिए लीजिए आकाशवाणी का सहयोग और दीजिए उसे बुलंदियों के पंख।
आपका बिजनेस लोकल है या राष्ट्रीय, आकाशवाणी देती है उपभोक्ताओं तक पहुंचने का हर विकल्प।
और अब तो आप घर, दफ्तर या दुकान पर बैठे बैठे कर सकते हैं आकाशवाणी के किसी भी केंद्र के लिए विज्ञापनों की बुकिंग। आकाशवाणी के विभिन्न चैनलों पर विज्ञापन देना सुलभ और सस्ता। बुकिंग है तो संपर्क करें 8700014242 पर
8700014242।
कंपटीशन की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी, तो उनके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो पर हम लाए हैं अभ्यास, एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछेंगे सवाल व्हाट्सएप नंबर 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करेंगे abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर और हमारे विशेषज्ञ देंगे इसका जवाब। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to the morning news on All India Radio. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitaraman has said that during India's presidency, it would like the G20 to explore the potential for multilateral development banks, MDBs, to enhance climate financing through leveraging and intermediating the resources. She said this during her meeting with the President of World Bank Group, David Malpass, in Washington, D.C. on Saturday. They discussed various issues including India's G20 presidency, improving capital adequacy framework of MDBs, addressing debt vulnerabilities and enhancing World Bank Group's engagement with India through knowledge exchange and Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, MIGA. Ms. Sitaraman thanked Mr. Malpass for a productive development committee meeting and support to India over the last 2 years, especially in increasing the single borrower limit. The finance minister mentioned that the World Bank has been a valuable partner of the G20 since inception, and India looks forward to close collaboration with World Bank during the upcoming G20 presidency. India has rejected the Global Hunger Index Report 2022, which has ranked India at 107th position among 121 countries. The Ministry of Women and Child Development said in a statement, the index is an erroneous measure of hunger and suffers from serious methodological issues. It said consistent effort is yet again visible to taint India's image as a nation that does not fulfill the food security and nutritional requirements of its population. The ministry said the report is not only disconnected from ground reality, but also chooses to deliberately ignore efforts made by the government to ensure food security for the population, especially during the COVID pandemic.
Over the past 75 years since independence, India's largest public service broadcaster, All India Radio, has been the proverbial storyteller for crores of people across the country. All India Radio is celebrating 75 years of freedom with the series Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashvani ke Saath. It showcases the journey of India since independence in various walks of life through the storytelling of All India Radio. In today's episode, we bring you the story of Ek Bharat, Shrift Bharat program.
The Ek Bharat Shrift Bharat program is a unique initiative by the Government of India to promote the spirit of national integration and to strengthen the fabric of emotional bonds between the people of the country. This program was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 31st of October 2015 on the occasion of the 140th birth anniversary of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who played a significant part in the unification of the country post-independence.
आने वाले दिनों में भारत सरकार की तरफ से राज्यों के साथ और सहयोग के साथ हम एक योजना बनाने के लिए सोच रहे हैं। मैंने एक छोटी कमेटी बनाई है, वो कमेटी उसका प्रारूप तैयार कर रही है और उस योजना का नाम है एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत। एक भारत श्रेष्ठ भारत कल्पना ये है हर वर्ष अपने राज्य को किसी एक राज्य के साथ हर राज्य जोड़े।
India is a unique nation whose fabric has been woven by diversity, held together by national identity. The country has a rich history of cultural evolution, coupled with a freedom struggle that was built around the tenets of non-violence and justice. Under the Ek Bharat, Shrift Bharat program, the states and UTs of India are paired with each other for a fixed time. The paired states and UTs sign a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOUs, between each other, defining a set of activities they carry out. The spirit of mutual understanding amidst a shared history has enabled a special unity in diversity, which stands out as a tall flame of nationhood that needs to be nourished and cherished into the future. Ek Bharat Shrift Bharat program aims to celebrate India as a nation where the different cultural units across different geographies integrate and interact with each other. The manifestation of diverse cuisine, languages, dance, music, movies and films, theatre, handicrafts, literature, sports, festivals, sculpture and painting encourages people to imbibe brotherhood. Ek Bharat Shrift Bharat, a call by Prime Minister Modi, is thus a celebration of the diversity of our nation and promotion of the spirit of national integration. Our motherland has more than 1 billion faces, but only one thought: the welfare of the nation.
Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashwani ke Saath can be accessed on @AIR News Alerts on Twitter, News on AIR YouTube channel, News on AIR app, Facebook and Instagram handles. So tune in to All India Radio News for Azad Bharat Ki Baat, Akashwani ke Saath. The death in a coal mine explosion, northern Bartın province of Turkey has reached 41. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said this yesterday. Turkey's Interior Minister Süleyman Soylu said 58 of 110 people working in the mine at the time of the blast have been rescued. The blast occurred on Friday. Soylu also said one miner was discharged from hospital while 10 were still receiving treatment in Bartın and Istanbul. Energy Minister Fatih Donmez said a fire in the mine was largely contained, but fire isolation and cooling efforts were continuing after the incident that took place 350 meters below ground. Authorities said investigation has been launched into the cause of the incident.
Intensifying its actions in the battle against air pollution, the Commission for Air Quality Management has issued closure directions to 491 crores defaulters flouting the statutory directions in NCR and adjoining areas. The Commission issued the directions after inspecting over 8,580 sites in the region. The units which were issued closure directions include 118 in Haryana, 211 in Uttar Pradesh and 52 in Rajasthan. Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has said that the Commission will make every effort towards strict enforcement of its statutory directions and orders. It said violations and non-compliance of its orders regarding air pollution control rules are being viewed very seriously. The Commission, in case of gross violations, will not only pass closure orders but also impose environmental compensation and initiate prosecution. CAQM has also advised the state implementing agencies, including State Pollution Control Boards and Delhi Pollution Control Committee, to ensure compliance and strict implementation of the directions issued by it. It has constituted 40 inspection teams and flying squads to intensify inspections, supervise and rigorously monitor enforcement and compliance of statutory directions issued by the Commission to ameliorate the air quality of Delhi and NCR. Citizens have also been advised to strictly follow steps highlighted in the Citizen Charter in each stage of the Graded Response Action Plan earnestly in the coming days. GRAP is a set of emergency measures taken to reduce air pollution. In athletics, Indian pole vaulter Rosie Meena Paulraj set a new national record in the women's pole vault after clearing 4.21 meters to win the gold medal at the National Open Athletics Championships 2022 in Bengaluru yesterday. She eclipsed her own previous record of 4.2 meters set at the National Games 2022 last week. Rosie Meena Paulraj's effort was also a new meet record, rewriting the previous one of 4.15 meters by V.S. Surekha.
In shooting, India clinched 3 gold medals, including a double gold by Udayveer Sahu, to consolidate their second position on the medal tally at the ISSF World Championship in Cairo, Egypt. Udayveer won both the junior men's 25-meter and standard pistol titles, while Isha Singh clinched the junior women's 25-meter pistol crown. India ended the day with 4 gold and 3 bronze medals to lie behind only China with 8 gold.
Qualifier rounds of the ICC T20 World Cup are beginning today. In the opening match, Sri Lanka will take on Namibia at Geelong today. The match will start at 9:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. After winning the 2022 Asia Cup, Dasun Shanaka-led Sri Lanka team is in a very good form. However, on the eve of the first match, they received a huge blow as their left-arm seamer, Dilshan Madhushanka, has been ruled out of the World Cup due to quadriceps injury. On the other hand, after making a big impression on their T20 World Cup debut in the UAE and Oman in 2021, Namibia is surging through to the Super 12 stage and even getting a win there. India will play the warm-up match against Australia tomorrow. The match will start at 9:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. The men in blue played 2 unofficial warm-up games against the Western Australia 11, winning 1 and losing 1. India will play arch-rivals Pakistan in the tournament opener on 23rd of October.
In cricket, India have won the Women's T20 Asia Cup 2022 after defeating Sri Lanka by 8 wickets in the final at Sylhet in Bangladesh yesterday. The women in blue have defeated the Lankan for the 5th time in an Asia Cup final. Chasing a target of 66 runs, Indian Eves overhauled the target with 69 balls to spare. For India, Renuka Singh took 3 wickets. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has congratulated Team India for winning the 7th Women's Asia Cup.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that a sensitive justice system is essential for a capable nation and a harmonious society. Mr. Modi was addressing the gathering after virtually inaugurating the All India Conference of Law Ministers and Law Secretaries at Ekta Nagar at Kevadia in Gujarat yesterday. He said alternative dispute resolution mechanism needs to be encouraged at the local level in states to ensure speedy justice to the people.
स्वस्थ समाज के लिए, आत्मविश्वास से भरे समाज के लिए, देश के विकास के लिए भरोसेमंद और त्वरित न्याय व्यवस्था बहुत ही आवश्यक है। जब न्याय मिलते हुए दिखता है तो संवैधानिक संस्थाओं के प्रति देशवासियों का भरोसा मजबूत होता है और जब न्याय मिलता है तो देश के सामान्य मानवी का आत्मविश्वास भी उतना ही बढ़ता है।
Defence Minister Rajnath Singh yesterday reiterated that India always stands for open, free and rule-based maritime borders in the Indo-Pacific. Speaking at the 18th Heads of Asian Coast Guard Agencies meeting in New Delhi, Mr. Singh emphasized on India's commitment to implement international regulations and enact legislations for maritime safety and security. The Defence Minister said India is encouraged by the effectiveness of agreements like Regional Cooperation Agreement for Combating Piracy and Armed Robbery Against Ships in Asia. Mr. Singh underlined that India has also shifted its focus on blue economy to improve livelihoods while preserving the ocean's ecosystems. Now let's have a look at the weather across the country today. National capital Delhi will have mainly clear sky. Temperature will hover between 17 and 32 degrees Celsius. Mumbai is likely to have rain or thunder showers towards afternoon or evening. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 33 degrees. Kolkata will have partly cloudy sky with possibility of moderate rain or thunderstorm. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius and the maximum will be around 33 degrees. Chennai is expected to have thunderstorm with rain. Minimum temperature was 25 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 33 degrees. Jammu, Srinagar, Muzaffarabad, Leh and Gilgit will have mainly clear sky. In Srinagar, the minimum temperature was 7 degrees Celsius and maximum will be around 25 degrees. Temperature in Muzaffarabad hovers between 13 degrees Celsius minimum and around 31 degrees maximum. In the south, Hyderabad will have rain or thunder showers towards evening or night. Bengaluru and Tiruvananthapuram will have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thunder showers.
And now an overview of today's newspapers. All the dailies have mentioned the emphasis of reforms in the judicial system by the Prime Minister. Hindustan Times quotes the PM saying, colonial laws need to be removed. The paper also quotes Justice Chandrachud, who says the law must incorporate feminist thinking. A top front page headline in the Sunday Tribune mentions US President Biden asserting Pakistan is one of the most dangerous nations. It has nuclear arms without any cohesion. Planning to take over the state highways with high traffic densities. Government plans to widen busy state highways to collect road toll, reports the Pioneer. 40 inspection teams and flying squads of Air Quality Management Commission are rigorously monitoring enforcement of air pollution laws, notes the Hindu. The dailies have also mentioned about the increased prices of full cream milk by 2 rupees by both Amul and Mother Dairy, Bowring in Gujarat. The Economic Times quotes the Finance Minister saying Indian economy will stay on course, may grow at 7% in financial year 23. And finally, the Indian Express cites post-pandemic skew, surge in premium car sales, but lower price segment still down.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi to dedicate 75 digital banking units to the nation through video conferencing today. PM calls upon scientific community to come up with technological solutions to increase nutritional content in cereals and new varieties of millets. Madhya Pradesh to become the first state to impart medical education in Hindi. Home Minister Amit Shah to release Hindi study material in Bhopal this afternoon. India and Egypt discuss regional developments, exchange views on the Ukraine conflict and the Indo-Pacific. Commission for Air Quality Management directs 491 defaulter units in NCR and adjoining areas to close. A coal mine explosion claims 41 lives in northern Bharat province of Turkey. In ISSF World Championship, India clinched 3 gold medals in Cairo. And in cricket, India left 7th Women's T20 Asia Cup, defeating Sri Lanka by 8 wickets in Bangladesh. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.